Ladies and gentlemen, a simple woman is often misunderstood. Some mistake her quiet demeanor for weakness, her modesty for a lack of ambition. But let me tell you, simplicity is not the absence of depth, it is the essence of wisdom. It is the ability to strip away the unnecessary and hold firmly to what truly matters. Simplicity is strength disguised in humility. A woman with big standards is not demanding, she is discerning. She knows that what she allows into her life shapes her destiny. Her standards are not a wall to keep people out, but a bridge to those who are worthy of her time and trust. High standards are a reflection of her self-respect and her vision for the future. They are not a burden, they are boundaries that protect her peace, her purpose, and her priorities. She doesn't settle for mediocrity in relationships because she understands her value. She knows that love without respect is not love at all, and companionship without alignment is a compromise she cannot afford. Her discernment is her strength. She doesn't need a crowd to validate her. She thrives in the company of those who align with her principles. Her life is built on values that are unwavering. She doesn't bend to the trends of the moment or the fleeting opinions of others. Her standards are not dictated by society, but by timeless truths. Her foundation is rooted in integrity, faith, and purpose. This makes her unshakable in a world that is constantly shifting. When challenges arise, she carries herself with grace. She doesn't let adversity define her or break her spirit. Instead, she uses every setback as a stepping stone to greater growth. She embodies a resilience that inspires others not by loud declarations, but through quiet strength and dignity. Such a woman doesn't just live for herself, her life becomes an example. She inspires others to rise higher, to expect more, and to settle for nothing less than excellence. Her simplicity makes her relatable, and her standards make her admirable. She reminds us that it is not about having it all, but about having what truly matters. The simple woman with big standards teaches us a powerful lesson. You don't have to be extravagant to make an impact. You only need to live with purpose, honor your values, and walk with integrity. She is proof that simplicity paired with high standards is a force that cannot be ignored. Simplicity is not the absence of ambition or complexity. It is the art of focusing on what truly matters. A person who embraces simplicity understands that life is not about being cluttered with distractions, but about being centered on purpose. Simplicity reflects clarity, a deep understanding of one's priorities, and the courage to align actions with values. A simple person does not seek validation through unnecessary extravagance or meaningless noise. Instead, they find strength in authenticity, choosing substance over appearance and quality over quantity. Their simplicity becomes a form of power, unwavering, steady, and resilient because it is not built on external factors that can fade or fail. They do not rely on the approval of others to define their worth, and this self-assurance allows them to walk with dignity and confidence. Simplicity also brings peace of mind. A simple heart is not weighed down by comparison, jealousy, or the pressure to keep up with the world. This frees a person to focus on their own journey and to pour energy into meaningful pursuits. It takes strength to reject unnecessary complexities, to let go of what does not serve, and to live with intention. In doing so, they create a life of depth, authenticity, and purpose. In simplicity lies the power to endure. It is like a tree whose roots run deep, unshaken by storms, because it is grounded in the essentials. A simple person can navigate life's challenges with grace, for their strength is internal and unmovable. Simplicity doesn't mean a lack of ambition. It means having the wisdom to discern what is worth pursuing and the courage to let go of what isn't. It is a strength that inspires others and leaves a lasting impact. Big standards are not about arrogance or entitlement. They are a reflection of vision. A person with high standards understands that the way they live, the choices they make, and the values they uphold shape their future. These standards are not arbitrary. They are aligned with a clear sense of purpose and an understanding of their worth. When someone sets big standards, it shows they have a vision for something greater than the moment. They are not content to settle for mediocrity or short-term gains because they see the bigger picture. Their standards become a compass, guiding them toward relationships, opportunities, and actions that align with their goals. They understand that what they allow into their life has the power to either elevate or hinder their progress. Maintaining big standards requires courage and discipline. It means saying no to what is convenient or popular when it doesn't align with the vision. It involves walking away from people or situations that don't respect their values, even when it's difficult. This level of discernment is not a limitation, it is a liberation, freeing them from distractions and compromises that could derail their journey. Big standards also inspire others. When people see someone who refuses to lower their expectations, who carries themselves with integrity and self-respect, it challenges them to rise higher. It shows them what is possible when a person values themselves enough to demand excellence not just from others, but also from themselves. Ultimately, big standards are about alignment. They reflect a deep understanding that greatness is not achieved by chance but by design. They are a declaration of what someone is willing to pursue and protect in their life. This commitment to high standards transforms vision into reality, creating a life of meaning, purpose, and impact. Discernment in relationships is the ability to carefully evaluate and choose the connections that align with your values, purpose, and emotional well-being. It is not about judging others harshly, but about having the wisdom to recognize what contributes to your growth and what hinders it. Relationships play a significant role in shaping who you are, and the quality of those relationships often determines the trajectory of your life. A discerning person understands that not every connection is meant to last, and not every individual deserves access to the deepest parts of their heart. They are mindful of who they allow into their inner circle, knowing that the wrong influence can lead them astray. This doesn't mean they reject others without cause. Instead, they take the time to observe character, intentions, and compatibility before investing emotionally. Discernment is rooted in self-awareness. A person who knows their worth and purpose will not settle for relationships that lack respect, trust, or mutual understanding. They set clear boundaries, not to push people away, but to protect their peace and maintain healthy dynamics. They understand that true relationships are built on reciprocity, where both parties contribute to each other's growth and well-being. In romantic relationships, discernment means looking beyond superficial qualities and focusing on shared values, emotional connection, and long-term compatibility. It means asking the hard questions and being honest about whether the relationship aligns with your vision for the future. In friendships, it means surrounding yourself with people who encourage, uplift, and hold you accountable to your best self. Discernment doesn't make someone cold or distant, it makes them intentional. They value depth over breadth, choosing quality over quantity in their relationships. They understand that love and loyalty are not things to be taken lightly, and they approach their connections with respect and thoughtfulness. Ultimately, discernment in relationships is an act of self-respect. It acknowledges that your time, energy, and emotional investment are valuable. By exercising discernment, you create space for meaningful relationships that enrich your life and support your journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. Unwavering values are the foundation of a strong and purposeful life. They are the principles that remain constant, no matter how much the world around you changes. A person with unwavering values does not compromise their integrity for convenience, popularity, or short-term gain. Their values are not negotiable because they are rooted in deep conviction, shaped by wisdom, and guided by timeless truths. Living with unwavering values means knowing who you are and what you stand for. It means being clear about your principles and staying committed to them even when challenged. This consistency brings stability and direction. When faced with difficult decisions, a person with unwavering values doesn't waver or hesitate. They rely on their principles to guide them through uncertainty. Unwavering values provide a sense of identity. They give you the confidence to stand firm in the face of peer pressure or societal trends. While others may bend to the changing winds of opinion or circumstances, a person with steadfast values remains anchored. This strength of character inspires respect and trust because people know they can rely on someone who doesn't shift with the tide. Maintaining unwavering values requires courage. It is not always easy to uphold your principles, especially in a world that often rewards shortcuts and compromises. There will be times when standing firm comes at a cost, whether it's losing opportunities, facing criticism, or standing alone. But the person with unwavering values understands that integrity is worth more than any temporary benefit. They know that compromising their principles would mean losing something far more valuable, their self-respect. These values also act as a moral compass, guiding behavior and decisions in every area of life. They influence how you treat others, approach your work, and pursue your goals. They create consistency in character, which is essential for building meaningful relationships and a lasting legacy. Ultimately, unwavering values are about alignment, living in a way that reflects your beliefs and purpose. They keep you grounded, give you strength in adversity, and lead you toward a life of significance. A person with unwavering values not only shapes their own destiny, but also becomes a beacon of integrity, inspiring others to live with the same clarity and conviction. Grace under pressure is the ability to remain composed, calm, and dignified in the face of adversity. It is not about denying the reality of challenges, but about choosing how to respond to them. A person who displays grace under pressure understands that difficulties are an inevitable part of life, yet they refuse to let those difficulties define them or dictate their actions. Grace begins with inner strength. It comes from a place of self-awareness and emotional maturity, where one has learned to manage their emotions instead of being controlled by them. When pressure mounts, grace allows a person to pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This ability to maintain composure is a hallmark of resilience and wisdom. In moments of pressure, grace becomes a shield. It helps a person rise above panic, anger, or frustration, allowing them to think clearly and act decisively. This doesn't mean they are unaffected by stress. It means they channel their energy into solutions rather than dwelling on the problem. Their calm demeanor often inspires confidence in others, creating a ripple effect of stability in chaotic situations. Grace under pressure also involves humility. It recognizes that no one is immune to hardship and that struggles are a shared human experience. This perspective fosters empathy and kindness even in difficult circumstances. A person who remains graceful under pressure doesn't seek to blame or retaliate, but instead focuses on preserving relationships and upholding their values. What sets grace apart is its quiet power. It does not demand attention or validation. It simply speaks through actions and attitudes. A person under pressure who chooses grace instead of aggression, composure instead of chaos, and integrity instead of shortcuts leaves a lasting impression. Their strength is evident not in how loud they are, but in how steady they remain. Grace under pressure is also about trust in oneself, trust in the process, and for many, trust in a higher purpose. It acknowledges that difficulties are not permanent, and that challenges often carry lessons and opportunities for growth. By embracing this perspective, a person can navigate trials with hope and perseverance. Ultimately, grace under pressure is a choice. It is a decision to rise above the storm and remain anchored in dignity and purpose. Those who embody grace under pressure demonstrate that true strength is not in avoiding difficulties, but in facing them with courage, poise, and unwavering resolve. Inspiring others by example is one of the most powerful and authentic ways to lead and influence. It is not about loud proclamations or seeking recognition, but about living a life so aligned with your values and purpose that it naturally motivates others to rise higher. When your actions consistently reflect integrity, determination, and compassion, you become a living testament to what is possible, showing others the path rather than merely telling them. Inspiration begins with authenticity. People are drawn to those who are genuine, who live their truth without pretense. When someone consistently demonstrates honesty, humility, and resilience, it resonates with others. They see that living with purpose is not about perfection, but about perseverance, choosing to act with intention, even in the face of challenges. This authenticity creates a connection that words alone cannot achieve. Leading by example requires consistency. It is not enough to exhibit admirable qualities in public while neglecting them in private. People are inspired by what they see in everyday actions: the kindness shown to a stranger, the courage to stand up for what is right, and the grace with which setbacks are handled. These small, consistent acts of integrity create a powerful ripple effect, encouraging others to embody similar values in their own lives. Inspiring others by example also means embracing challenges with dignity. When you face adversity and continue to push forward, you demonstrate the strength of resilience. Others see your determination and are encouraged to persevere in their own struggles. Your ability to maintain hope and positivity during difficult times reminds them that challenges can be overcome and setbacks can lead to growth. Furthermore, inspiring by example requires humility. It's not about showcasing yourself as flawless, but about being open about your journey, the successes, the failures, and the lessons learned along the way. When others see vulnerability combined with a commitment to growth, it gives them permission to embrace their own imperfections and strive for better without fear of failure. When you live as an example, your influence extends beyond words to actions. People don't just hear what you stand for, they witness it in how you live. This kind of inspiration is contagious because it comes from a place of authenticity and conviction. It challenges others to examine their own lives and aspire to reach their full potential. Ultimately, inspiring others by example is about living a life of purpose, integrity, and kindness. It's about being the change you wish to see in the world, not by demanding it from others, but by embodying it yourself. Through your actions, you show that greatness is not about extraordinary circumstances, but about the choices made every day to live with character, courage, and compassion. The simple woman with big standards, unwavering values, and grace under pressure teaches us a profound truth. The greatest strength lies not in loud declarations, but in quiet conviction. Her life is a testament to the power of authenticity, the beauty of resilience, and the courage of self-respect. She doesn't seek to impress, she seeks to inspire through the integrity of her actions and the clarity of her purpose. Let her example remind us all you don't need to compromise your standards to find acceptance or dim your light to fit in. Stand firm in who you are, live with intention, and carry yourself with dignity. In doing so, you not only elevate your own life, but also light the path for others to follow. Choose simplicity, hold on to your vision, and never be afraid to demand the excellence you deserve. That is how you create a life of true significance.